It's Christmas time, and that can only mean one thing: mince pies. So today we are reviewing 6 different boxes of mince pies from 5 different retailers to find out how they compare in terms of price and flavour. So we have Mr Kipling's original mince pies. They cost £2 from Tesco's. Then we have Morrison's. Those ones are £1.45. M&S of £3.50. Sainsbury's £1.60. Then we have Tesco's Merry Mince Pies, which are £1.09, and they're clearly price matched to the Aldi brand mince pies, which are also £1.09. So here are all the mince pies side by side. There's a nice snowflake design on the Mr Kipling one. It actually says it has 30% less sugar, but it's one of the most sugary looking mince pies of the lot, which is interesting. There's a similar snowflake on the Morrison's one, less sugar on the top. I like the Christmas tree on the Sainsbury's mince pie. The Aldi mince pie looks very similar to the Mr Kipling. Then the Tesco one has a star on the top, which makes a nice change. And then there's a different type of snowflake for the M&S one. So here's the mince pies warm out of the oven. As you can see, they've gone a gorgeous golden colour, particularly the Sainsbury's and the Morrison's one. The Mr Kipling one hasn't really changed too much. I've cut them all in half so we can have a look at them. So the M&S one and the Mr Kipling one stayed nice and solid. They didn't crumble. The Morrison's one and the Sainsbury's one were a bit more crumbly. On first looking at them, it looks as though there's lots of fruit in the M&S one. Not so much in the Mr Kipling. There's also a lot of fruit in the Sainsbury's one, and these ones from Tesco and Aldi look good too. So I'm feeling super festive now. That wonderful warm smell and flavour just sums up Christmas. So let's see how they compared. So the Mr Kipling one here was actually quite disappointing. I found that it really lacked flavour within the fruit. There wasn't enough fruit really, and the pastry was quite sugary and cloying. I really enjoyed the Morrison's one. That was super crumbly. It kind of did fall apart, which was a bit disappointing, but the delicious short crust pastry tasted like it was homemade, and it was real traditional mincemeat, so that was a real winner. The Sainsbury's one, the mince lacked a bit of flavour. The pastry held its shape, but it tasted a bit bland. I did think it looked pretty with the Christmas tree on the top. The Aldi one, that had lots of fruit, really lovely tasty mincemeat. The pastry was quite thick and it held its shape well. I'm impressed with that one, especially as it's quite a good price, as was the Tesco one. That was really fruity. The pastry was really buttery and crumbly, but it didn't fall apart too much. Now the M&S one, as you would expect, the most expensive, it did taste different to the others. It smelt and tasted quite boozy straight away. That's because it's got additional cranberries, clementine and cognac in it. It was indulgent and nice as a treat, but it wouldn't be my go-to mince pie. My overall favourite, without a doubt, was the Morrison's one. It tasted like a homemade mince pie, which is a winner to me.